Welcome to Grown Folk Stories, y'all. Give it up for Gen B, y'all. I do a lot of these fucking story things, but I ain't never. This is some great shit here. All right, I know. I think people are like drunk or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I'm half Colombian and half Swedish, which that does not happen at the other storytelling events. But anyway, so that's what I am. I'm half Colombian and half Swedish. Right. It's a problem for many reasons. But when I was 16, I went to my mom. I said, look, she's the Colombian one. And I said, Ma, I want to really, she never taught me Spanish. She was like one of these like fucking assimilate or die, kind of ladies. Fucking, became an English teacher, didn't speak English, like that kind of shit, like real type A. So no Spanish for me, but when I was 16, I was like, yo, I want to go to Colombia and rediscover my roots. She was like, fuck you. You are not going to Colombia. And I was like, I want to go. And she was like, no. So then she comes back at me the next day and she's like, well, I've reconsidered. And she's like, you're gonna go to Paraguay and give shots to people, vaccinations for yellow fever. That's what you're gonna do. And I was like, fuck you, I'm not going to Paraguay. And she was literally, this is what my mom said, because she was fucking cruel. She said, you're going to Paraguay or you're going to fat camp. And I was like, fucking sign me up for Paraguay, let's go. No, I'm not going to fat camp. So I'm like, great. So literally, to practice, they had us shooting with needles in oranges for like a day. Then they dropped us off in the fucking desert in Paraguay and were like, good luck. And they paired us with another dumbass American who, my partner was this real white chick from an island off of Seattle called Vashon Island, where she brought fucking mushrooms to Paraguay on the plane, that kind of shit. So I'm like, I'm screwed. Sounds good, except we're in the fucking middle of the desert, and what are you gonna do? So that was my only ally in this fucking place. And she didn't eat meat, and fucking Paraguay's all cows, all day, all night. So, it was a pain in the ass, but, okay. So we had a host sister named Olga, and Olga hated us. It was a scam, dude. They got money to host us, and it was a fucking scam. But anyway, so I was like, hola, Olga. Like, I'm trying to be real nice to Olga, and she's just like, please, son, please, and I'm like, oh. And then my shit started to go missing. Like hair rubber bands and like fucking maxi pads. So one day I'm like, fuck this bitch. I'm going on a reconnaissance mission in this motherfucking house, which the house was 2 rooms, so it was real easy. So I was like, I'm going from my room to Olga's room. This bitch had taken my underwear, which was bloody because she fucking had my fucking maxi pads. Yeah, true. But what you gonna do? You're in the desert. Fucking just bleed. So anyway, I saw that she had taken all my shit. She had taken all my shit. So I was like, oh, I remember. They told us if we were in trouble to go to this little lady who was gonna be our mentor. She was like our liaison. So I went to her and she was like, I will help you. I was like, yes! She was like, I will help you. So she says, get in my Jeep. And I'm like, okay. It's all in Spanish. And I'm like cursing my motherfucking mom for not teaching me because I know she's telling me some shit that it's important, but I can't tell. I'm like, okay, so I get in the Jeep and we end up in a fucking military complex, okay? Dudes in Paraguay carry guns all the time, like machine guns. And I'm like, hola, trying to be real nice. I'm like, me llamo Jennifer, and they're like, and we go into this room. And she's like, I'll help you, no problem, my child, I'll help you. We go into this fucking room, and I shit you not, there is a dude that looks like, what the fuck? He looks like a fucking dictator, stereotype, mustache, aviators, and he just smiles at me, and I'm of course like, hola, hola. And he's like, hola. And I'm like, hola. Like, what the? And he's looking me up and down, and this is what I think I hear in Spanish. she said, El Capitan, seriously, this is Jennifer, she needs money. And Capitan looks me up and down, says, yeah, she's pretty, you know, she's pretty, she's a little chubby, but she's pretty. And I'm like, I heard that, stupid fuck. And he's like, the men will like her, okay? I'm 16. So I'm like, this lady is not a mentor, she's a fucking pimp. She's a pimp. And I'm being sold in the desert to this fucking military base, and I'm 16, and I fucking was like, why didn't I go to fat camp? Why didn't I go to fucking fat camp? I would be skinny, I wouldn't have to deal with this shit. So you guys, I did the only thing, oh, and to make matters worse, oh, you guys, he went out to shake my hand. I shit you not, he had a hook. He was Captain Hook. I shit you not. Captain Hook, and I was like, that was the topper. So I did the only thing I could think of to do, I fucking peed myself. I was so scared. I was like, and the best thing happened. I just was crying and like, I want to go home. I miss my family. I was like, I need to see Olga. Anyone. It's not that big of a deal. Take my maxi pass. I'll just play it all over the fucking place. The mentor says to the fucking captain, oh my God, El Capitan, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she was retarded. But I'm like crying and peeing. And I'm like, yes, I am retarded. Yes, I am. And she fucking took me in the Jeep and she said, get out at my village. And I shit you not, I ran to Olga and I'm like, I love you. I love you, Olga. What's mine is yours, dude. Anything. And that's my 16-year-old story.
Give it up for Jen, y'all. Wow. I was just in Mexico with my husband, and my Spanish is. What I preface it with is, mi español es muy malo. And then they're always like, all right, so they forgive me. But Ted knows nothing, but pretends to know everything. So we're sitting at a restaurant, we had a few margaritas, and the waiter comes by, really nice guy, Lalo. I'll tell you that story another time. Good guy. And we finish eating, and he's like, también, gracias. And as he's taking, because Ted hears me, gracias, Ted says, cesta. And I was like, cesta. And I look at him, and he was like, so the waiter gets far enough, I don't want to embarrass him. But the waiter, when he picked up the plate, was like, and I was like, baby, what's cesta? And he was like, gracias. I was like, gracias is gracias, cesta is cesta. What the fuck you're making up words? Is this what we're doing now? And he said it a few more times, like, put down a drink, and he was like, sister. Like, something's wrong with Ted, stop it. What the fuck are you? So I finally look it up. It means basket. So the waiter's taking the plate away, and Ted's like, basket. And the waiter's like, tampon. Like, grain of sand. Like, what the fuck? He was feeling loose and, oh, very nice. Anthony Vetterini said maybe it was like, basket. Like you did such a good job, Lalo. Lalo, you have made a basket with removing our plates.